taken some massive risks in your business.
Yeah, and I've always like held myself up to this like unreachable, like I'll compare myself to these big brands that I look up to, like Patagonia.
Yeah.
And if I'm not on par with that, then I have fallen so short, you know?
Isn't
but
that
it's
ridiculous
just
to even
me.
say?
Like, yeah.
But you know that, but also at the same time, it's so part of who you are as driving you forward, but
Right.
it's also sounds ridiculous, and you know it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because you're Erica with Woosah.
Right.
It's going to take a while to get to Patagonia.
Yeah, right.
You'll get there eventually.
Who knows?
But that's what I'm saying, impatience. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you have to do a lot of work. That's the other thing.
Yeah, and creatively, like once you get good at one thing, like I think I've mastered woodcut. There's other things I could learn there, but I know I'm comfortable in that space. But to learn a new craft, all of a sudden you feel like you're in college again and you're scared that you won't be good at it.
Right.
You're like, should I even put the time into it? I'm not that good.
Yeah.
But I look back at my first woodcuts and they're awful.
Yeah, of course.
But I was having so much fun that I didn't care.
Oh, I
I was
can't.
just
If
eager.
it's more than 10 years ago, like looking at, and I've been doing this 22 years, so anything past 10 years ago, I can't even look at.
Yeah.
And I spent 12 years making a living at photography, and if I see something 15 years old,
Right.
I want to cringe and crawl in a hole.
But it also reminds you to like put your stuff out there even if you don't think it's good.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you. 'Cause
someone else.
How many people come to you? They come to me too, like students or aspiring photographers, and I'm like, go create and show people.
Yeah.
It's
doesn't
never
have to
too
be
late
good.
it can be where you're at right now because
Yeah.
that's who you are.
Yep.
But you never know what'll happen. If you don't share it or put yourself out there,
Right.
you can't be successful in a vacuum.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't wait till you're already really good to start sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Die cuts, though, and just carving, what I like in that, I'm relating it to photography, is that is kind of like a negative, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like you do one painting and you sell it and then it's gone and you can't do anything with it. Like woodcut has this like a negative. You can
Yeah.
make as many theoretically as you can sell
Mm-hmm.
or want to make.
Yeah.
Was that part of the process that appealed to you, or is that like
Oh, for sure.
so far back? Really?
Yeah, in college, I knew that this is what I wanted to do when I graduated because I started Woosah while I was at Kendall. And I remember learning like intaglio, like copper etching, and thinking to myself, if I want to continue to do this, then I'm going to have like an acid bath and a dark room and all of this stuff like to
Right.
make this work. I don't think that's as feasible. If I do woodcut, then I just need this one press.
Right.
And I can carve one thing and, print 100 of them.
Right.
And that was definitely something that was like cool. I could see myself making a living doing it.
That's amazing to me because to merge like talent, that you're just talent as a carver, and apply it to like a business mindset, and maybe it wasn't quite so business, but it was more of a practical approach to art. It's like, well, for one, it's easier. I'm still creating and carving whatever I want
Yeah.
as an artist, but then to be able to have this advantage of being able to replicate it over and over and over again
Yeah.
as the paint, every time you paint, it's like, that's gone
Yeah.
and over. I'm not, painting's great, but
Yeah. Then it's just gone.
the other thing, so I don't know. This is not a podcast of you telling me things about you and then me comparing myself to you.
You're like, that is also like photography
Well,
in this way.
But what I'm interested in, why I say that, is because you started, and this goes way before you ever got to Grand Rapids. Like, I started an art gallery. It was just my own tiny little art gallery space. I only sold my own prints. That was unheard of in Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
To have a standalone downtown, Van Andel Arena had just gone in. I had 300 square
Is this
feet.
division or?
It was downtown at the Courtyard by Marriott.
Okay.
And the space isn't there anymore because they made it a conference space. But
Okay.
the point is I started thinking about showing way too early, like that work, but it was more of a fine art sense. It's not the portraiture and commercial work I do now,
Yeah.
but it was like night cityscapes of Grand Rapids, and that's
Yep.
what I was selling. But you started very early in your artistic career opening a retail storefront, taking those risks, putting yourself out there as a brand and a person. And a lot of artists I've found, and maybe you can relate to this too, because you're
'Cause we're the
extroverted, but
same.
you're also introverted. We are the same person. But also just the idea of a lot of artists will not take the risk, and they also don't want to put themselves out into the world, and they sort of wait to get kind of discovered.
Yeah.
Now we're finishing each other's sentences. This Full Exposure podcast episode has been made possible through the support of Metro Health, University of Michigan Health, and Dr. Peter Hahn, who believe that creativity and the arts are essential to a rich, healthy, and fulfilling life.